A lot of people think they're failing because they need more discipline. I don't think that's true. I think a lot of health advice actually makes change harder because it gives people pressure before understanding. And if that sounds familiar, this video might change the way you see the struggle completely. Because the biggest mistake is so normal, most people never even question it. A lot of health advice starts with commands. Eat this, stop that, wake up earlier, train harder, be more consistent. But it often skips the most important part, understanding. Understanding how your body works, how your body changes, understanding how your energy changes, understanding how stress affects you. Understanding what real life does to even the best intentions. So people are given pressure before they're given perspective. And that's where things start to go wrong. Because when advice starts with pressure, people often assume the problem is them. They think they're lazy, weak, undisciplined, inconsistent, but that is not always the truth. A lot of the time, the real problem is that the method does not fit the human being using it. Someone decides that they're going to be good all week. They try to eat perfectly, do everything right, stay on track, push themselves properly this time. Then one stressful day hits. They get tired, life gets messy, something slips. And suddenly the whole thing feels ruined. Not because they don't care, because the plan had pressure but no understanding. That creates a pattern a lot of people know very well. Push harder, fall behind, blame yourself, start again. And over time, that can turn health into something heavy, something loaded with guilt, something that feels like one more place where you're getting it wrong. But once you understand what's really happening, the whole thing gets lighter. Because you can ask better questions. What is draining me right now? What is supporting me right now? What is putting too much demand on my system? What kind of recovery am I missing? What would help rather than just add more pressure? That's a very different starting point. Now you're not fighting yourself, you're learning to, because better choices become easier when they make sense. This is why small supportive actions matter so much. Not because they look impressive, not because they fit real life. A short walk, a calmer meal, a better pause, a few minutes of recovery. A small decision that supports you instead of draining you. These moments can look ordinary, but ordinary is where life is lived. And over time, those small moments begin to compound. That's where healing habits begin, not in shame, not in intensity, not in trying to become a different person overnight, but in understanding how you work and building from there. So if this helped you see why pressure isn't the answer, the next piece matters just as much. Because healing doesn't begin in perfect plans. It begins in the ordinary moments most people overlook. Watch that next. Because once you see where healing actually starts, your daily life looks completely different.